Okay, you're probably wondering, Kate, what's a gimmick account? Well, allow me to tell you, but before we get to that, hey guys, Kate here from the Remote Minecart, and today we are talking about gimmick accounts. Now, you're probably wondering, what is a gimmick account? Well, they're mostly found on Twitter, and they're mostly roleplay accounts, which are basically people who are willing to publicly roleplay on Twitter. Which here's the thing, I'm not shaming that, but if you're willing to do that on Twitter, then good job. Then good job. Like, that's actually really brave, especially since there are people on Twitter who aren't the biggest fans of roleplay, so usually those type of people will find it weird. But if you're someone who's willing to roleplay on Twitter publicly, good on you. Now most of the times they're either role-playing as their own character, aka an OC, or they're going to be role-playing as an already existing character, like, for example, Walter White, or Bendy, or a FNAF character, which actually, speaking of that, which is actually the topic of this video, because despite that, yes, there are non-FNAF gimmick accounts out there, the ones that I'll be focusing on are the FNAF ones because those seem to be the ones that are more popular, especially on Twitter. So, yeah, you're probably wondering, what makes them different though? Well, here's the thing. Now, usually, when you're doing a roleplay and you're using a already existing character, most of the time you would have to use the personality and like the traits they have. But with these gimmick accounts, they give the characters completely different and new personalities in how they act. Now, this is especially important, especially if you take in the fact that none of the FNAF animatronics really have any type of personality. Well, when I say that, I mean officially. Like, sure, there are a bunch of like fan-made stuff where where all the fans give the characters interesting personalities, but officially that hasn't been done yet. You know, unless there is some sort of FNAF animated series coming soon, which I doubt that's ever going to happen, but hey, there's possibilities. Yeah, but anyways, most of these gimmick accounts are just, yeah, like I mentioned, they're just people who are role-playing as either an OC or an existing character, and with most of these are the existing characters. And actually, like, most of these gimmick accounts, specifically FNAF ones, seem to be very respected. Now let me explain that part. Now, yes, well, the FNAF writer would not want to be anywhere near these type of people, because again, most of them aren't really biggest fans. I lost. Oh, great! I lost my train of thought. Yeah, but anyways, trying to get back on topic. So yeah, most of these gimmick accounts, again, like I mentioned, are people who are just role playing as existing characters that decided to have new personalities. And actually, I'm actually friends with two people who own gimmick accounts. One of them is a Funtime Foxy one, and one of them is a Bonnet one. So yeah. And actually, Northern, I'm actually followed by a few gimmick accounts as well, so there's that. And if you're asking me what my thoughts on them are, well, it's mixed between, okay, and, wait, what? And especially certain gimmick accounts. Specifically the gimmick accounts of the Nightmare animatronics. Now, if you've already, no, it's obvious you've already seen the thumbnail, and if you thought those tweets are fake, no, they aren't, because for some weird reason, the Nightmare animatronic gimmick accounts decided to make a tweet that would be, like, for example, would be, oh, dot dot dot, insert body part or thing here is big, which, again, you can look this up on Twitter, it's not fake, trust me. And again, if you think those tweets are fake, well, they're not. Those tweets are 100% real, and that thumbnail may or may not be the reason why this video might get demonetized. If I ever get paid in the future, which I doubt is ever going to happen, but hey, there's a possibility of me getting paid being a reality, especially since, you know, eventually my talents will get me paid, hopefully. So, yeah. So yeah, But thankfully, not all gimmick accounts are like this. And like I mentioned, most of them mostly just roleplay with each other, and it's like it's a mix. Like sure, not it's not always innocent. While some of them are a bit on the more dirty side, but thankfully nowhere near 18 plus. And hell, there's even a Discord server for all the gimmick accounts. And trust me, I'm not joking about that. That's actually a real thing. Oh my god. But yeah, the other thing is, there is actually some sort of lore that most of the gimmick accounts have. And actually, in fact, some of the gimmick accounts have freaking arcs. That's right, they have freaking arcs. Like freaking story arcs here and there. It's actually kind of incredible how like some people could make like these roleplay Twitter accounts and just have all this extreme lore. It's like seriously, MatPat, stop trying to finally solve the FNAF lore. Try to solve the lore of these FNAF gimmick accounts. You'd probably be way more confused. I'm sorry for that joke, but anyways, now that I've explained a lot of stuff, you're probably wondering, how do I make a gimmick account? Well, it's simple. Have a Twitter account or make a secondary Twitter account. Thing 2. Choose a character you want to roleplay as. It could be an OC or an existing character. But for this, we're going to be doing an existing character, and the character would be a FNAF one. Then choose the one that you want to be as, and then after that, either you could use like official images, or you could either draw something yourself, which is actually what most of the gimmick accounts actually do. And actually, in fact, some of the gimmick accounts are actually secondary accounts of like some artists that I know. Which yeah. So make sure this gimmick account is like a secondary account, so just going back to that rule. And then after all of that, you can log on with the new account, and then boom. Just freaking roleplay and just tweet whatever you want. Just try not to go overboard though, just saying. So yeah, that's basically my easy explanation of how to make a gimmick account. And again, please note that most of these people are just role players. So yeah, if it seems weird to you, that's fine. Not everyone is into roleplay, which is obvious. But yeah, so to be perfectly honest, I was actually expecting this type of video to be a bit longer, but I guess not. But anyways, actually, I'm actually going to list like 2 of my friends who own gimmick accounts in the description of this video, so you could follow them to see what all this stuff is about. So yeah. So, anyways, that was it for this video. Make sure you guys subscribe and like for more, and I'll see you all guys later. Peace out, home guards, and goodbye!